Anand Kumar, a mathematical prodigy from Bihar, dreamed of studying at Cambridge University. He saw numbers as poetry, believing education could change lives. Despite his humble background, Anand's ambition soared. He worked relentlessly, winning local math competitions and gaining recognition. His efforts paid off. He received an admission letter from Cambridge. The joy was immense. His family celebrated. Hope blossomed. But reality struck. The cost of studying abroad was far beyond his family's means. Anand's father, a postman, could not afford the expenses. Anand and his father sought help everywhere, but doors remained closed. The dream that once shone so brightly began to fade. Anand learned that talent alone wasn't enough for the poor. The world's barriers were higher for those without money. His acceptance to Cambridge became a bittersweet memory. The struggle for education in a world ruled by privilege had just begun. Anand's journey was far from over. He would soon discover a new purpose, born from disappointment. The seed of a greater dream was quietly taking root. His story was about to inspire countless others. Sometimes, the harshest setbacks plant the strongest seeds. Anand's resolve only grew stronger. He would find a way to turn his pain into hope for others. The journey of Super 30 was about to begin. In Bihar, a revolution in education was quietly stirring. Anand's Cambridge dream collapsed under the weight of poverty. His father's death left the family struggling to survive. Anand and his mother sold papad on the streets, his mathematical genius hidden behind hardship. Watching privileged students head to coaching centers, Anand felt the sting of lost opportunity. Then, Lalan Singh, owner of Excellence Coaching, recognized Anand's talent and offered him a teaching job. This was a lifeline. Anand could support his family and return to academics. But the experience would challenge his beliefs about education and privilege. Anand stepped into a world where money, not merit, ruled. He saw firsthand how the system favored the wealthy. The pain of his own lost dream fueled a new determination. Anand was about to discover his true calling. Sometimes the greatest teachers are born from the harshest trials. His journey was only just beginning. At Excellence Coaching, Anand became a star teacher, adored by students and respected by peers. Yet teaching only the privileged gnawed at his conscience. He realized he was helping the rich get richer, while the poor remained excluded. A chance encounter with a brilliant but impoverished boy changed everything. Anand saw himself in the boy and decided to act. He left the lucrative coaching world to start his own program for underprivileged students. He would select 30 talented youths from poor families, teach them for free, and provide food and shelter. The goal: help them crack the IIT entrance exam. He called it Super 30. It was a bold, risky move, one that challenged the very foundation of commercial education. Anand's mission was clear: give the forgotten a fighting chance. Super 30 was more than a classroom, it was a revolution. The journey would test his resolve and transform many lives. The real work was about to begin. Starting Super 30 was a daunting task. With no money or infrastructure, Anand and his brother Pranav searched Bihar for hidden talent. They held a tough entrance exam, seeking not just intelligence, but determination. The selected students came from the harshest backgrounds: laborers' children, slum dwellers, kids who studied by candlelight. For these 30, Super 30 was a lifeline. They arrived with little but hope and trust in Anand. The group was diverse, united by poverty and brilliance. Anand became more than a teacher. He was a mentor and father figure. The challenge was to mold them into a team, ready for the rigors of IIT preparation. Building confidence was as important as teaching math. The seeds of genius had been gathered. Now they needed to grow. The first Super 30 classroom was a bare, leaky room. No luxuries, just determination. Anand's family pitched in. His mother cooked, his brother managed logistics. The students struggled with the intense schedule and their own insecurities. Many doubted they could compete with the elite. Anand knew the real battle was against fear, not poverty. He used creative methods to build their confidence, solving problems in English, encouraging questions, fostering teamwork. Slowly, the students transformed. They became a family, supporting each other through every challenge. The classroom became a sanctuary of hope. Anand's passion inspired them to believe in themselves. The sound of chalk on the board was the sound of dreams being built. Together, they were preparing for more than an exam. They were preparing for life. The journey was grueling, but the spirit was unbreakable. Super 30 was becoming a force to be reckoned with. Super 30's success threatened the commercial coaching industry. Lalan Singh and others saw Anand as a dangerous rival. They tried to lure him back with money, then resorted to threats and intimidation. Goons harassed Anand and his family, hoping to shut down Super 30. The students were targeted too. Rumors spread, doubts planted. It was a psychological war, rich versus poor. But Anand and his students stood firm. The attacks only strengthened their resolve. They knew the best answer was success. The group became even more united, fighting not just for college seats, but for dignity and justice. The battle lines were drawn. Super 30 was more than a program. It was a movement. The fight for equal education had never been fiercer. The world was watching. The conflict escalated. Anand was attacked and hospitalized. With their mentor injured, the students faced a terrifying assault on their center. Trapped and outnumbered, fear threatened to overwhelm them. But instead of surrendering, the students fought back using their knowledge. They turned their classroom into a fortress, using science to defend themselves. Their courage and ingenuity turned the tide. The students, once timid, became warriors. They proved that knowledge is true power. Anand, upon recovering, was filled with pride. His students had learned to be fearless. The siege became a turning point. The Super 30 spirit was unbreakable. They were ready for any challenge. The world had underestimated them. Now, they were unstoppable. The day of the IIT entrance exam arrived. For Super 30, it was more than a test. It was the final battle against poverty and prejudice. The students, once nervous, now carried quiet confidence. Anand's final words reminded them of their journey and their strength. In the exam hall, they were equals. Rich or poor didn't matter. Every answer was a testament to their resilience. They remembered the sacrifices, the long nights, the unity. As they finished, exhaustion mixed with hope. The hardest part was over. Now they waited for the results. The fate of Super 30 hung in the balance. Their courage had already changed their lives. The world would soon know their story. The results were announced. Every Super 30 student cleared the IIT GE. It was a historic, unprecedented victory. Anand Kumar's vision had triumphed. The underdogs had achieved the impossible. The news made national headlines. Anand became a hero. Super 30 proved that talent is universal, but opportunity is not. The program challenged the commercialization of education. It inspired a nation to believe in the power of equal opportunity. Anand's legacy is one of hope, determination, and transformation. True success is measured by lives touched, not money earned. The story of Super 30 urges us to fight for what's right. It reminds us to never give up, no matter the odds. The revolution in education had only just begun.